Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yudhoyan Putra Pratama, or you can call me Mr. Yudu, and welcome to Victory Course Centers. So I am the tutor for today's material. So for the material today, we have how to make a descriptive text. So without further ado, let's check it out. Okay, so in today's topic, we have 4 topics to choose from. So basically, we have 4 topics, which are historical building, culinary, famous person, and pets. Okay, so I will choose historical building for this matter. Okay, so before we step it further into the material, I ask you to prepare the things that you have to draw. Okay, so basically you need 1 piece of pen and 1 piece of paper. Okay, have you done it? Okay, after you prepare the paper and the pen, you have to make 1 big square. Okay, so you have to draw 1 big square. After you draw 1 big square, you have to divide those parts into 4 smaller squares. So like this. Basically, you have to go like this. 1, 2. Okay, so there are 4 smaller squares. Okay, after that, you have to put the middle of the square, the smallest square that you can draw in there. So basically like this, you have to put smallest square in the middle of it. Okay, after that, we have to see that there are 2 generic structures that we have in description text. If we see that there are identification and description, so we have to input those 2 into the square. So basically like this, the identification for the first square, and then the second one, the third one, and the fourth one, you put the description of it. And then for the middle one, you have to put the topic that you want to discuss, which is for today matters, is historical building. Okay, so basically we are going to start with the identification. In identification, we have to input things such as where it is and what it is. So basically in this case that we have right now is about historical building. So the question is more like this: where is the historical building and what is the historical building? As for the first description, we have to input the delegation that occurring this agreement. For example, in this case, which is about Indonesia, Netherlands, and British. And then for the second description, we are going to talk about what is in the building, like, for example, the monument, the appliances that we have right there, and then like the historical side of it, like, for example, what kind of thing that we can find in the historical building. In this case, is Gedung Naskah Linggarjati. And last but not least, we have to put the third description about the point of manuscript in Linggarjati. Okay, so we have to put that as the third description of this case or these topics. Okay, so here we are with the example that we have right here about the Gedung Naskah Linggarjati description. Gedung Naskah Linggarjati is one of the historical buildings in Kuningan, West Java. It is located in Linggasana Street, number 74, Chilimus Regency. It is a place for negotiation between Indonesian government and Dutch government. In 10 until 13 of November 1946, the negotiation produced the Linggarjati Agreement manuscript, which is well known as Gedung Perundingan Linggarjati. Gedung Perundingan Linggarjati is a witness to the diplomatic struggles of the nation's founders. There are some delegations coming from 3 countries. The first is Indonesia, which is delegated by Sultan Syahrir, Susanto, Tirto Projo, Mr. Muhammad Rum, and Dr. A. Kagani. The second is Netherlands, which is delegated by Professor Mr. Schermerhorn, Dr. Frank de Boer, Mr. Van Vol, and Dr. Van Mock. The last is British, which is delegated by Lord Kilian, acted as mediators. Entering the building, visitors seems to be brought into the diplomatic trail of the nation's founder in achieving independence. There are negotiating table, various documentation in the volume of photos, dioramas, and the Linggarjati Agreement manuscript. At the back of the building, there is a large courtyard in which the monument of Linggarjati Agreement manuscript exists. In addition, there is a black stone carved with 5 pillars of Indonesian society built on top of the monument. The 5 pillars are farmers, religious leaders, women, soldiers, and youth. The manuscript consists of several main points that influences Indonesian thought in their independency. The first point is to acknowledge the independence of Indonesia by de facto, with the area including Sumatra, Java, and Madura. The second point is the agreement of RIS, or Republik Indonesia Serikat Existentie. Last point is RIS and Dutch government construct Netherlands-Indonesian Union. Okay, so basically that is what we learned from today's topic or material. So basically I want to make sure that today's material is about how to make a descriptive text. So basically in descriptive text we use 4 square method of writing. So conclusion of today's topic is that in the descriptive text we have to highlight the generic structure of it, like identification and descriptions, and then the descriptive text is using simple present tense. So that's about it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to see more video, please make sure to hit that like button. I'm Yudian Putra, signing out. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.